Hey guys, come on downstairs. We got a little SNOWRUNNER hard mode video for you today. And our first episode, we completed our first mission. We kind of made a bad decision and chose one that was maybe a little bit out of the ability of our current vehicles. So we're starting today with $5,100 in our account. And the first task that we did wasn't necessarily costly money-wise. It cost us a lot of time though. But because this truck does not consume fuel, it didn't cost us too much money-wise. So we're going to do the place beyond the Spruces. There's a place in the mountains not far away that has stunning views. I like to go there, blah, blah, blah. So we've got to get to a spot up in the mountains to earn some cash. So the place beyond the Spruces. This one's not a super difficult. It shouldn't take long anyway to complete this mission. I've done it before in hard mode and not in hard mode, and it's a little bit trickier in hard mode, and we'll get into that as we go along. But it's not a super complex mission. We just got to get to a spot on the map, and I know where that spot is. As I said, I've done this one before, but it is a little bit tricky, and we're in a tight spot because we have $5,100 in our account. If we roll this truck, it's going to cost $5,000 to get it recovered back to the shop. Actually, this truck's not $5,000. I take that back. This truck's like $2,000 or $1,500 or something like that. Anyway, it's a big hit that we don't want to take. And our only other vehicle is the Fleet Star, and it's not going to get up where it could rescue this truck, most likely, depending on where we rolled it or got stuck or whatever. So here we go. We're off the main road and heading up into the hills. At first you think it's just going to be a nice little not too difficult road, but then right in here it gets a little bit tricky. Got our left front tire up in the air, and like I said, it shouldn't be as nerve-wracking as it is, but just the fact that early on in hard mode, any mistakes are super costly and magnified because you have not built much of a nest egg. And to be honest, the first time I did hard mode, I never got a nest egg. And see that was a little sketchy right there. We're going to back up and try to find a different route, not necessarily try to go straight over those roots. Find a different route around the roots. Alright. Having a little bit of trouble right here. So, when you're not in hard mode, this task is super easy because you just get up where you need to go, which you kind of have to go off-roading a little bit where there really isn't a road. But once you get the task done, you can just recover it back to the shop, easy peasy. But in hard mode, unless you want to pay the money to recover your truck back to the shop, you got to get back down. So you don't only have to get to this spot, but you got to get back down from this spot. So some added difficulty there. And again, we're not paying for our fuel just yet because we have that fuel truck that fuel trailer that we have set up at our shop as a little makeshift gas station. In this Black River, Michigan map, there's at least 2 other fuel trailers that I know of. So it's going to be a little while before we have to pay for gas, I believe. And we've got to take advantage of that. I did not do that the first time I did hard mode, but we're definitely going to do it now. We also have a service trailer in our parking lot that I didn't really know anything about. Like I said, I didn't look up any YouTube videos or any tips or tricks or anything on hard mode. I just started going at it and made a whole crap load of mistakes the first time, learned the hard way. But there's a service trailer actually that can help you repair your truck a little bit at a time if you don't necessarily want to take it into the garage and repair the whole thing. We're coming up on a watchtower here. Now these watchtowers, I don't think, actually I think we did. I think it was actually this watchtower that we came up to. in the first episode. So never mind. I was going to tell you about watchtowers, but I think I told you about them then, back in the first episode. They just open up areas of the map so that it's visible, at least in your planning stage. Alright, so here's a little tricky spot. Where do we go around this tree? I think I was just about to go off the road. I think we got to go to the left of it here. So you can see that first task that we did really beat the crap out of our truck, at least on that left side. It's kind of dented in near the back. It was rough on this truck. Try to haul that thing out of the swamps, that big old beast of a GMC. Way out of the capabilities of this truck, at least to do it easily. I mean, we got it done, but it was not easy, and it shouldn't have been that difficult if we would have just maybe done a different mission and saved that one until we had a better truck, or at least a more powerful engine in this one. So here we are. We come up through these rocks, and then we get to the really tricky part. Right up around this corner, where we kind of have to make our own road. And honestly, we don't even really have to make our own road. We basically just have to find reliable winching spots. So you can see the flag on the map up there is where we've got to get to. So it's like basically to our left and straight up those rocks and up a hill. But there's really, it shows a road on the map, but I have never, like, I have no idea where it's, I don't see a road there. So you kind of have to go off-roading here, make a lot of use of your winch, or else you just can't take the chances of rolling this truck right here. And it's, the winch doesn't necessarily make it easy to not roll it, because you still can. Like, your winch can snap out. I've had the winch snap out of the tree before and roll my truck. Actually rolled it off of a cliff back in my last hard mode, because the weight, it was actually a truck that was hauling steel beams, so the weight was a little bit more. Like, I don't know if this truck necessarily would break the winch off or snap the winch. I guess it just depends. But some winching points are stronger than others. Obviously a nice solid tree trunk is what we're looking for. We don't want anything that's going to move too much on us. So here we are. We've got to figure out a way to get up to that flag, which we're pretty much facing. Like, I don't see a road there. Maybe up between those two trees, but it's certainly not flat. So let's see what kind of route we try to get here. I think we just try to winch and go straight up the freaking hill here, which didn't turn out to be too hard, but it got really tricky coming back down. Like I said, I was sweating bullets because rolling this thing at this point in hard mode is just an absolute killer. Like, it's going to take half your money. So we've got to get up to the top of this hill, basically straight up where that top tree is, the highest tree up in the clouds. That's what we've got to get up to. Doesn't look too hard, but this isn't a great truck. There's some trucks that you can get, like in not hard mode. I've got plenty of trucks and played around with a lot of them. You could just drive straight up this hillside, you know, but this isn't that truck. There you can see our shop down there, by the way. Off to the right, that's our garage. So we're looking down on our garage once we get up here to the top. Oh, jeez. Not sure what I was trying to do. Like, maybe there's a little bit of a trail that goes down and around, but it's still, like, it almost seemed just as easy to me to just go straight up the hill with the winch. Like, you can see a little bit of a trail right there that the bed of our truck is blocking from left to right across the screen. But we're just going to winch to this tree and just pull our truck straight up the hill. But now what are we going to do? Just run over the tree maybe? We're pretty much at the top right here. As you can see the blue, we've just got to get to that blue dotted line that's moving up above us. So we just got to get around this tree somehow without I mean, there we go. So we're basically to the top, okay? We're going to complete this mission. But just because we've completed it doesn't mean it's over yet. We just made $1,050. Puts our balance up to $6,150. And if we roll our truck here and it costs us $2,000, then this whole task just cost us like $1,000 instead of made us money. You know what I mean? So that's how costly it is if you end up having to recover your truck. You've also got to know what gear you're in. I didn't know I was in reverse right there. Now I'm sitting here looking around thinking, how in the crap am I going to get back down this? I know I did it in the last hard mode. I didn't have to recover my truck, but it was so long ago that I did this mission that I didn't really remember the route I took. Definitely not to the left right there. Too many rocks. Oh, maybe I went down straight off to the right of that rock straight in front of us. Maybe I went down there. I can't remember. I think the safest bet is probably just to go down essentially the way we came up. Maybe not as straight down. Maybe try to hug the hillside a little bit. Use our winch to keep us from rolling. I don't know. Honestly, it would help if I would unwinch the truck from this tree to begin with. Where was I trying to go? Sometimes I watch these videos back and I wonder what the hell I'm doing. Or what I'm thinking. Like, sometimes I think I was too nervous to think. Like, any little wrong move and your truck just goes tumbling to the bottom of the hill, and then you got to repair your truck too. It's not like, I mean, you got to pay to recover it, then pay to repair it. I don't know. It's just, we just want to get down off of here safely. That's all. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Oh my gosh. Slow down. Slow down. We just hit the park brake before we hit into the rock. Oh my gosh. Now where do we go? Like, we don't want to go straight down there. We can't get to the road through that spot, I don't think. Because I think there's another rock to the right of the rock in front of us. I think we gotta back up and go to our right a little bit. I don't know, maybe we can get down that way. That's pretty steep. That is pretty steep. Alright. Well, that was a little scary right there. I think I was in shock a little bit that I didn't roll it. Because I wasn't winched to anything coming down that hillside, I don't think. They're trying to back up and get a different angle. Different angle of attack here. Man, I look so inept at this game. Do we even have a chance with my terrible driving? Do we even have a chance in hard mode, or are we just not gonna? Last time I got through 40 something missions out of the 89 I think there are in Michigan. Let's see if we can get a little further this time. Learning from my mistakes. Maybe improving my horrible driving and horrible decision making. I'm basically just like Spider-Man in it off the side of this hillside. Got the special suction wheels. Well, it's really just the winch, but if I wasn't winched to that tree right now, I think I'm rolling down the hillside. And that tree, I don't even know how sturdy that is. It looks like I'm going to pull it right out of the ground by the roots. Oh, there it... What in the world? It just disappeared. What happened? Where the crap did that tree go? Dude, that tree just completely disappeared. I don't think I noticed that when I was actually playing it. I think I was like trying to find another place to winch, but where did that tree go? It just disappeared on us. What? That was weird. Alright, well, now we're winched to a somewhat smaller tree. I don't love this precarious situation we're in. I'm winched to the front of my truck and I'm trying to go. What are you doing? You know, you realize that you can't drive forward. There you go. You're gonna have to go backwards. Oh my gosh, what in the what in the hell am I doing? Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, I don't think I realized how bad this was. Oh, there goes that tree. I didn't realize how bad this actually was. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Oh my gosh. Alright. Have we even made much progress? I don't know. At least we're facing a different direction. Maybe we can find a way down this way. Oh man. It's getting late. Oh my gosh. What are we doing? We're pulling down trees. We're basically just pulling down all the trees on this side of the mountain. We're just pulling the trees out by the roots. Every one of these little things. Oh man. Oh. Oh my gosh, come on. This should not be this hard to figure this out. Oh, there, I think we're on the trail. I think it's going, like, there is kind of a trail right there. But I think it goes into those rocks, so I don't know. Like, I can kind of see. I think you go towards those rocks and then take a sharp left. And then go straight down towards that tree, not the way I'm going. I can actually see a trail now, kind of. And I'm definitely not on it. Oh, but I think we're going to make it. Oh my gosh. That was embarrassing. That was absolutely embarrassing. But you know what? We made it down. We avoided a roll in the truck. Oh my gosh, our first two tasks. First one was way too hard for us. And this one was just terrible. First one was a tough task. This one was just bad execution. But we made it in both of them. So, well, I mean, I guess we're not out of the woods yet. We've still got a few sketchy parts coming down off this hillside, but nothing nearly as sketchy as coming down off of the top of that mountain with my driving skills. So, and we're just going to creep down here, take our time, be safe. So this is going to be a much shorter episode than the first one because, oh, what are we doing? I think we just ran into the rocks. Had a few beers up at the top of the hill, don't mind me. Alright. I think we're going to make it, guys. We're going to make it out of this one. I think we're through most of the scary situations here. There might be, back where those roots were, that might be a little bit tricky. Because we're just back to the watchtower now. I think I stopped to look at the map there and then just cut that out so you guys didn't have to see the map again. Alright, well, we made a little money. As long as we don't do something stupid here, we're going to come out of here $1,050 richer for what was, I mean, a pretty short task. It didn't take that long. It was a little scary, but it didn't take a lot of resources, and it didn't take us that long. I mean, obviously our gas is free right now, but we want to still conserve it and make it go as far as we possibly can before we have to start buying gas, right? And we didn't use that much, and it didn't take that much time, so overall we came out ahead on this mission. There's some missions back when I did hard mode before that I lost money on. Plain and simple. They were too hard. And I don't know. Had to recover my truck or something. Something terrible happened like that. And some missions just, they don't work out well for you. Hopefully we get a good string of really successful missions here at the first of this hard mode and build up a little nest egg. Should help us this time that we're not paying for fuel. We're not paying for repairs. Well, we're going to go through this one task, one mission at a time. See how far we can make it. I mean, I want to get out of Michigan I've had this game for like 6 months now, and the only map that I've really done much in is Michigan. Like, that's how much there is in this. Okay, here's the tricky part right here, but I think we did fine with it. Oh, no, never mind. That wasn't the routes. That was just the first turn. So we're pretty much down now. We're back down to the main road. So we're just going to turn and cruise back to our garage and park this thing, gas it up. I don't know that I don't think it costs us that much, but I don't know that it's the smartest thing when we get into this to take the truck back to the shop every single time. Sometimes we just leave it where we're at and not use any gas until we are sure what our next mission's going to be or what our next contract we're going to take is, because it could be just wasted mileage to just drive back to the garage like this every time. So, and I guess it depends. You know, we're going to have to go back to the shop and get fuel, but maybe sometimes we'll have enough fuel to do the first part of a mission or something. You never know. So I think it's probably safer to just, you know, get to a safe spot that's close, leave our truck where it's at until we see what our next job is going to be. But this truck doesn't burn too much fuel. We probably burned like a quarter of a gallon right there coming back to our shop is all. We'll go over here by our makeshift gas station, gas it up, and call it a day here on SNOWRUNNER. Ending balance, $6,150. That's where we'll be when we start up episode number 3. And that's it for SNOWRUNNER Hard Mode, episode number 2, The Place Beyond the Spruces, here on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.